These are the questions related to Newton's first law of motion. I have taken few questions. Let's talk about them one by one. Why the passenger of a moving bus jogs forward when the bus is suddenly stopped by using brake? This question is very simple. Now, how can we answer this? The body of the passenger of the moving bus is in motion, and according to Newton's first law of motion, the body has tendency to continue its state of motion because it has inertia of motion. But when suddenly brake is applied, then lower part of the body, lower part of the body, lower part of the body quickly attains the state of rest along with the bus because it is in close contact with the bus. But the upper part of the body which is not in close contact with the bus tends to continue its state of motion because it is in motion. It has inertia of motion. So the upper part jogs forward. Now let's talk about question number 2. Why the body of the passenger jogs backward when the bus suddenly moves from rest? This is same as the question number 1, but just the opposite reasoning. We have to write opposite reason. How? What? We can say this way: when a bus is at rest, then the body of the passenger remains at rest, and according to Newton's first law of motion, it has inertia of rest. That's why it tends to continue the state of rest. But when bus suddenly moves, then what happens? The lower part of the body comes in motion along with the bus because it is in close contact with the bus, but the upper part tends to continue its state of rest due to inertia of rest. That's why it remains backward. I mean to say upper part remains backward, and so we feel what? The jog towards backward direction. This is the answer of second question. Now let's talk about third also. When the hanging carpet is beaten with a stick, the dust particle comes out of it. Why? Let's say this is a carpet. If it is beaten from this side, let's say, then when a hanging carpet is beaten, then the carpet comes in motion because of the force, because it is beaten by the stick, and it comes backward and it changes position. It comes backward, but the dust particle which are attached on the surface of the carpet, they were at rest, and according to Newton's first law of motion, these particles have inertia of rest. That means the tendency to continue the state of rest. That's why they remains at rest and separates from carpet and falls down due to gravity. Thus, we can answer this question number 3. Now let's talk about question number 4. When a book from the middle of the pile is suddenly pulled, the pile doesn't fall. Why? This can be answered this way. When one of the book from the pile is pulled, then we are applying force on that particular book. And if it is pulled quickly, then the force is not shared by the other book. And the other book were at rest. They are at rest. And according to Newton's first law of motion, they tend to continue their state of rest due to the inertia of rest. So the pile doesn't fall. This way we can answer question number 4 also. Why the fruits fall down when the branches of the trees are shaken? Let's say this is one of the branches of the tree and this is a fruit. Let's say this is a fruit. Now when the branch of the tree is shaken, then what happens? The petiole, which holds the fruit, also comes in motion because it has very less mass in comparison with the fruit. And that's why it has less inertia of rest. If mass is less, that contains less inertia of rest. That's what I'm saying again. Listen to me. When branches are shaken, then the petiole, which holds the fruit, comes in motion easily because it has less inertia of rest and force is applied. That's why it moves. But the fruit, which has more inertia of rest due to more mass, tends to continue its state of rest according to Newton's first law of motion because it has inertia of rest. Hence, it remains at rest, but petiole comes in motion, it remains at rest. That's why it separates from the petiole and falls down due to gravity. This way, a fruit falls down when the branches of the trees are shaken. Okay, these are few important questions related to Newton's first law of motion. If you think my answer is helpful to you, then please subscribe my channel, like this video, and share this video to other also. Okay, this much for today.